For every road, there's always a destiny. For every move, you gotta.
Everybody doing on this evening? Y'all already know who it is. It is your girl, Miss Kiwi, along with my co-host,
Miss Mink.
And
Hello.
we just like to shout out Fast Lane in his absence.
Yes.
He is on vacation right now. But we definitely have a great show for y'all tonight. So tune in, call in. We also have a giveaway that we're doing. We're giving away a his and her basket along with a $25 gift card. So we need y'all to call in 515-599-1687.
Yes, we want to bless someone tonight with some goodies in spite of the holiday. Hey, sister!
Beautiful!
In spite of the holidays. So we are looking forward to getting all kind of calls. And then not only that, you're going to want to tune in to get these nuggets that's coming on tonight and speak with her yourself.
Yes. And also, just in case you did not read it, in order to win the his and her basket, you have to name two of our shows from last year along with two of Fast Lane songs that we play every show. Also, for the $25 gift card, in order to win that, you have to tell us two of the shows for this year. So call in 515-599-1687. Sit back, Tune in, call in, because we got a great show for y'all tonight.
And before it is that we get started, there is a couple of things that I want to do. First and foremost, I'm going to send love to the beautiful one on the screen, which you'll be seeing in just a moment. But also, I want you guys to just take a look at this hot basket. It is hot and full of goodies. Like she stated, it's a his and her basket full of goodies. So, hey, call in. Hey, no better place than here. Call in 515-599-1687. But also, I have to give my co-host their Christmas present. And my co-host that's not here, Fast Lane, if you watching, I told you. Here's your
Thank you.
yes.
Appreciate it.
Also, I have one for Mr. Miyagi in there. He always holding us down for our show, so he can get it when he get through. But yes, just wanted to kind of like play Mrs. Claus for a minute.
All right. I am so excited, you all, to jump right in. We have an exclusive going on tonight, baby. We are interviewing one of our own, honey, Miss Baby Doll. But I would definitely let her also introduce herself. How you doing on this evening?
Hello, you beautiful ladies. I'm doing just fine.
That is a blessing, honey. Honey, you are looking gorgeous as
Yes.
usual.
You girls are as well,
All right
as
now.
usual.
Hey, we are excited, honey. We are excited. So let's jump right on in and get this started on tonight.
Yes. Most definitely. Well, we're going to say our mission statement. Our mission statement is just making sure that we are bridging the gap between our youth and our season. We want to make sure that young women, young men are gaining some helpful nuggets that's going to help you get through life. We want you to be successful. But while it is that you're being successful, we want you to grow as well. So, hey, this topic tonight, hey, Baby Doll is getting ready to give it to you live and direct. So, ladies, most definitely, I want you to pay close attention because these are life-saving things that can help you as well as growth. You can make different decisions.
All right.
Yes.
So first off, we would just like for you to kind of introduce yourself just a little bit. Don't give too many nuggets right now, but introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are.
All righty. Hello, everyone. My name is Mimi. I am the world famous baby doll out of Miami, Florida. I danced at Rolex off and on for like 20 years, and I am now retired, 10 years out of the game.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
So I'm gonna jump right on in because I'm excited about this interview. I would like to know. Just tell me exactly who is Baby Doll.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Baby doll is a mess. Well, she was a mess. She was a fantasy of a lot of men. Um, she was a friend, entertainer, entrepreneur, a hothead. She was a lot of things.
Okay. Well, then let us know what actually made you get into stripping. How did you take that route? What made you get there to become a stripper?
How I got into the game was I used to when I first jumped off the porch, I was like 19 and I was able to go to this local club in my city, which is Tampa, Florida. And it's a guy that used to take pictures at the club on Thursdays and Sundays. He would take girls down to certain parts of Florida on certain nights, and
Okay.
they would dance. He would take them to dance at these clubs, and
Okay.
he would get the door for every guy that come in. And so he propositioned me. He was like, I need a door girl. You're so pretty. would you like to ride with me on Wednesdays and Thursdays? Because those were the only days that he did it. He was like, Wednesdays and Thursdays. He was like, and I'll pay you like $65 each time that you go with me. He was like, and we won't be down there that long. So I'm like, okay. So I went, and he would pick me up first, and then he would pick up his dancers. And I ended up becoming close with one of them. And she was like, you look better than half of everybody on this van. You should try your hand in this. And I was like, I've never seen this done before.
Okay.
Because even though I was a door girl, I never knew what went on inside, because he would,
Okay.
like, he always say, stay at the door, don't come to the back.
Okay. Okay.
That was his way of protecting me from not becoming a dancer. But
Okay.
I ended up becoming close with one of the girls, and um, she had a proposition to come out of town. Some guys um, wanted her to bring two other girls, and the pay was $300 plus your round trip ticket and food and stay. And she was like, "Girl, you be out there dancing in the regular clubs. You might as well go dance and get this money from the men." So I'm like, I've never seen this done. We're gonna have to show me how to do this before I
Right.
go.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
clueless. Like, I'm very green to the game. Um, so she ended up showing me, and we practiced, and we flew to Virginia, and that was my first time, and I had a ball, and I made a lot of money, and it was.
On from there, huh? Okay. Okay. So they say a lot of strippers start off as cocktail waitresses or either bartenders. Is that a true statement?
No. A lot of strippers start off as young girls who are runaways that have been caught by a pimp. A lot of girls start off because they know the game, they know somebody in the game, and they know the fast money, and they want to get in. And back in the 90s, a lot of girls who were dancers were college girls. They went to college, and they actually really was paying their way through school.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. And that,
A
that
lot of
was one
them.
of my questions that I was going to ask, just how true, because you know how you see dancers depicted on TV.
Hmm.
And especially, we'll call out the Players Club. You
Yeah.
know how Diamond, she got
Yeah.
her way through. So how
Hmm.
close is what you see on TV to that real life?
Like, to the exact.
Okay,
To
okay,
the exact. Like, Players Club is to the exact. Everything you see on there is actually what happens in the club for real. And
okay,
there are a lot of girls. Well, now that since the game has changed, there's no girls in there from college.
okay,
No college girls are scrippers now at
Okay.
okay,
all.
okay, okay.
So
But
with
when I came in the game, there were girls in school, because I like it was like three girls from my hometown that were in college, like, and one of them actually graduated
Okay.
from college from
okay.
dancing.
And she paid her way
So
through.
she made it all the way through, and she graduated.
All
Okay,
right now,
okay.
shout out to
Hmm.
her. Shout out to her.
Yeah, she made it all the way through and graduated. So,
So would you say that stripping open up different avenues or introduce you to different things that that maybe come along with stripping and you might not have done this on a everyday life?
oh yes, definitely. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm from Tampa, Florida. I was lean. I was just as green as a leaf on a tree.
Okay.
Mm.
I learned a lot of things um, as I'm very headstrong and a leader. Some people say I think I'm people mamas. So I was always the leader of the pack. And my homegirls would, whatever I say, they thought it was money, but they just don't know. I was the blind leading the blind. I was just feeling my way through. I was feeling my
Okay.
way through this thing.
Uh-huh.
I just happened to be I just happened to be a little headstrong, and I just didn't let nobody run me over. Um, I knew what was wrong and what was right. I wasn't easily influenced. So I think that's pretty much how I made it through, because I didn't fall for everything, that some of the temptations that comes along with the game.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I was able to make it through.
Okay. Okay.
So
So how long was you in the game before you became like the top notch? Because from my understanding, you was running it. You was the
Queen bee.
you was
You
the
know
queen. You was
that's right. They had the
you
queen
what
bee
do they call
rapping.
that? The madame, what do they call
Oh, I became a madam after a while. Yeah,
it?
I did. Later on in the game, I did become a madam. But when I first when I first got into the game, my first 2 years, it was undercover because where I'm from, that was frowned upon, and at this time, it wasn't cool to be a stripper.
Okay.
Like no, 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 no. So
Okay.
I had to keep it from my family for a long time. For 2 years at least, I thought I was keeping it from them, until one day my mom found a book bag full of ones that my daughter went under the bed, and she was like, I walk in the door, I'm like, well, what? I said, who? Where did that come from? She was like, under your bed. Your baby got it from under your bed. What's going on? I'm like, oh God. So I had to tell her, I was like, listen, I dance. So she was like, well, I need to know, how this work, how this go. I
Mhm.
actually had to take her, girl, and let her sit in the back and watch.
Okay. She wanted
Cause
to
she
make
was,
sure you was good. That's
yeah, she was like,
right.
I don't know nothing about this now. I need to know what's going on. So I had to let her sit in on a session and let her see. And at that time, um, I wasn't taking my clothes off. I
Okay.
was doing bikini dancing, and you don't show anything. You dance in your little outfits that they have, and you pretty much with your clothes on. I ain't get to the big leagues with clothes off till later on,
Okay.
but I started with bikini dancing, and um, I didn't dance in my city that much because of my youngest brother. He like kind of named for himself, and he was like, "Listen, you gonna take your show on the road, because
Okay.
I don't want to have to kill nobody about my sister."
I
Right.
know that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So I had an aunt that lived in Jacksonville. So this was my first big club that was known worldwide. Was Jacksonville has a club that was called the Silver Fox,
Okay.
Okay.
and it was one of their biggest clubs in Jacksonville. Like, it was very known, because Jacksonville is a military port too.
Mm-hmm.
The Navy men docked there, so they would come spend all their little
All right
military
now.
money.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they would come spend all their little military money in there. So that was my first major club.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Chrissy had mentioned in reference to, being a madam or,
Yeah.
so you had stated, because I know that you had stated in the beginning that you were very headstrong, that leader type. So was it
Mhm.
hard to get ones to follow you or,
No, it's
okay.
definitely it's definitely not. Especially when the later okay, in the beginning, when I first came in the game, I had to learn it. So one thing about me, I'm a listener, and I ain't always too eager not to learn. I like to learn new things. So if I see somebody doing something and I know she know what she's doing, I'm gonna listen to her when she tell me some things. Like
Mm-hmm.
when she say don't do this or do that or do this, I was taking all of it in, and I was putting my own little twist on it.
Okay.
Okay.
And see, when I got in the game, the veteran girls, I played up under them. They liked my spirit. I liked their spirit. They taught me a lot. So I played up on them, and I learned things, and they was on their way out. So I gained respect from them, and it just kept going.
Okay.
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 Yeah, I
Okay.
gained respect from them, and it kept going. They tested me on every level,
I was
and
just gonna ask you that.
yeah,
Did some of
they
the other
tested me
girls?
on every level.
Okay.
Um, they when I first came in the game, like, I was 22 years old. I had just turned 22. When I left Tampa and moved to Miami, I had just turned 22. I did not drink, smoke, any of that.
Okay.
Alcohol, I didn't do nothing. I was just so lame. We would come to work and drink sodas. And they used to be like, how the hell y'all in here all night drinking sodas?
Mm.
We was like, we don't know, but we ain't messing with that alcohol. We thought alcohol was a bad thing. We ain't
Mm.
know about the drugs yet.
Okay. So how long in the game was you introduced to the drug game, as far as, you know what I'm saying? Because I heard
But
a lot of the strippers, they take drugs just to be able to function, to be
yeah,
able to dance.
yeah, they do. Okay, in my first 3, 4 years, I made it through without the drugs and the alcohol because I was the money and the rush and the control I had over the men gave me a high.
Okay.
It gave me the high that the drugs and the alcohol gave them.
Okay.
See, most of those girls come in the game and that's their first high is the control over the men and how you could get the money out of the man. It's such a high and a turn on. You like, dang, he just gave me all this money and all I said was da 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 da, or all I did was da 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 da, and I got this man money. So now you want to go every day to see how much more money you can get. You got to get more money than you got yesterday. See how
Okay.
many men you can take their money. So that was the high I was on. And when that high went down, now you looking for another high to keep you in that club. And that's when the drugs and the drinking come in.
All
Because
right.
now,
Hold on now.
the,
We got a caller for you. Hello,
okay,
caller. Can you hear me?
Uh-oh, they
Okay.
hung up.
hung
They
up.
hung up, so they'll call back. They'll call back. All right. So, okay. Okay. So that's
So did you ever experiment, because that's a part of what I was saying when I was saying that you see that on the TV, how in order for the young ladies to survive and do what it is that they do, then they, are doing drugs. So you stated that you survived it your first 3 or 4 years, but did you
Yeah.
end up getting off into it, or?
Oh, I definitely got into the drugs. I got into the drugs to where once I became the girl in the dressing room, um I got into the drugs. I was selling them the drugs. Um, I was pretty much doing everything you name it. I was doing it.
Okay,
okay.
okay, all
Okay.
right.
So at
Yeah,
that
like
time, you was building a name for yourself. Baby doll was. So tell me, how did you get the name Baby Doll?
I got the name Baby Doll from the man who had me going to the clubs, being his door girl.
Okay.
Um, when I came back from Virginia, I don't want to be his door. I don't want to be his door girl no more. Now I'm a stripper.
Okay.
Well, we wasn't stripper then. We were exotic dancers.
Okay, I
So
was
Okay.
getting ready to ask
I
you
done
what's
made
the
me some
difference.
money. Like I'm a dancer now. So now I'm back. So he was like, "Well, am I picking you up?" I said, "Yeah, you pick me up, but I'm not gonna be your door girl. I'm gonna dance at the little club tonight." He was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Come on, man. I told you I didn't want you to do that." I was like, "Well, it's too late. I'm already in the game. It's too late." So he was like, "All right, I'll pick you up." So he picked me up, and he picked me up first because he had a little thing for me. So
Okay.
he picked me up first and asked me about my little experience out of town. And he wanted to make sure that that's what I wanted to do. And he said, "Well, what's your dance name?" So I said, "Oh, it's Alizé." He said, "Alizé?" He said, "I'm not about to get on the mic and call you no Alizé." I said, "Well, then what do you want to call me?" He said, "I'm going to call you my baby doll." I
Okay.
said, "Oh, okay." Okay, I'm baby doll. And that's how I got my name.
Okay, all right, baby down, baby down.
That's how I
So,
got my
in the
name.
process of you, sitting back and you kind of learning from the old heads, that's, Baby Doll is now coming into Baby Doll. Baby Doll is starting to come into her own. So, when you started really coming into your own, like, when the girls that came in after you, how did how did they approach you, or how did you approach them, or how does that work? Is it
Um,
is it levels to that, or
it's definitely levels to it. Um, like I stated in the beginning, I danced 20 years off and on. Because I was a true firm believer in, if you want to be my man, I wasn't gonna be dancing,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
you also was gonna have to take care of me the same way I was taking care of myself
Self. I know
Right.
that's
if I'm
right.
not dancing. So in '99, I had a man that did that. Like he took me completely out of the club, bought me a house, brand new car. all I had to do was go to school. I pretended to go to school,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I lived a great life, like off of him for like 5 years. And all he wanted me not to do was dance.
Mhm.
But being now this man was married, so he had no full control over me or my life. So that means he did not live with me.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, and he just let me run wild and do what I want to do. And this is how I got back in the game. One of my homegirls from Tampa days, I went down to Tampa and she said, I'm going to St. Louis and I need another girl. And it's gonna be Tampa against St. Louis. I said, well shit, I'm going. Let's go.
Let's
And
get
that's
it.
how I got back in the game.
Okay. Okay.
And so, did you come to St. Louis and wear us out, or what?
Came to St. Louis. And I had a wonderful time. We had a ball in St. Louis. We actually won.
Okay.
We actually won against St. Louis. We beat them. And then now I'm back in the game and I'm dancing again. But I'm trying to keep it a secret again.
Was
Um,
you keeping it secret from the guy, or you just was trying to keep it?
I'm trying to keep it a secret from the guy that I'm back in the game.
Okay. Okay.
Um, so I danced for a little bit. The club was still a gentleman's club at the time. At this time, it still was a gentleman club, and it hadn't really converted over into the mess that it is right now.
Okay.
And then I got out the game again because I got married, and
Okay.
I stayed out for a year, and I came back into the game. Once I came back into the game after my marriage, it was totally different.
Okay.
This was in 2005.
Okay. So
Now
what
the
was
club
different?
has
Tell us. Yeah.
promoters.
Okay.
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 It has pimp girls. It has they having concerts inside the club. It's
Wow.
no longer a gentleman's club. It's just like a regular club with naked girls walking around.
So, what are pimp girls?
Pimp girls are girls that a pimp bring in.
Okay.
Those are his girls. He brings his girls in. And in 2005, when I got back to Miami, there was this one pimp from Atlanta. He had like 10 runaways, all
Oh
underage.
no.
He had fake ID for every last one of them.
Oh.
And this was the first time that I looked at men in a different light because even though these girls knew how to manipulate these men on that floor and get their money, they still had little girl bodies.
Oh.
Mm. So how did that make you feel like when you got back in the game? Cause you was only out the game what a year or so.
Yeah, at that time I had only been out for a year.
So when you came
Um,
back, how did that make you feel? You know, like
I was angry because to me I was like sex sells itself. We don't need a promoter. We never had a promoter all this time. Now all of a sudden there's promoters. We got promoters and we got the promoters are bringing rappers. They're doing shows in the club. They letting the pimps bring their girls in, and these girls are doing any and everything in the club. So
mm,
now the customers expect us old school girls to do this. What these new girls are doing, like, hey, they're
yeah.
touching. They're can we go in the bag? Hold on, you know we don't do all that.
Right, right. So
Now they want it done because that's what these girls are doing, and they're allowing it, and they doing it for a little bit of money. Like
Oh my
they had
goodness.
no pride about it. Like they just was. It was just a mess.
so when
It
you
was
would run
some-
into these young girls that was underage, how would
Mhm.
you know, like would you take them under your wing or how would you interact with
that
them?
that is when I became madam
Okay.
because
Okay, okay, okay.
that is when I became madam because I seen that I couldn't do nothing about these little girls coming in and dancing on these men and being in the same environment I am as a grown woman. I couldn't beat him, so I had to join him. So what I started doing was pissing him off.
Okay.
And I start talking to the little girls and like, if you gonna give somebody your money, give it to me. At least I'm gonna treat you better than he gonna treat you. And I was recruiting his girls and he ain't like that.
So, as a
He didn't like.
madam, what was you doing for them that he wasn't doing?
I was feeding them.
Okay.
Yes, I was feeding them. I was feeding not only they mouth to food. I was feeding their minds. Like you don't have to give anybody your money. You can do this on your own without giving a man your money.
Mm-hmm.
You could do this without giving me your money. So I was feeding them, and
Okay.
he didn't like that.
Did he come for you?
He tried.
Okay.
He definitely tried. Miami has uh at that time it was a guy named Fox. That if you wanted to do something in Miami, you had to ask him.
Okay.
Like he controlled certain parts of Miami.
Okay.
So in order for him to bring his girls and be in the club without somebody else, putting down on him, like saying, "Oh, you can't bring you from Atlanta. You just can't bring your girls down here and put them in our club."
Right.
He was protected by this guy who I'm talking about, and I was protected by him because I used to date his cousin, so
Okay.
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 I was protected anyways. So he would go tell on him. He would go tell on me to him, like, get baby doll. She keep messing with my money. And Audie will come to me like, baby doll, you got to leave this man, women alone. I said, them ain't no women, them churn. I could bother them churn. Them is churn.
That's
Them is
right.
babies.
That's
I
right.
can bother them damn babies. Fuck you. What
What
you
was
gonna
the
do?
youngest? What was the youngest age?
The youngest at the time when I came back, she was like 16 or 15.
Oh.
Mm. 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 Mm.
And when I say getting money.
Mm.
Mm.
But she was doing
All of
any and
them.
everything to get it.
Yeah, they because they babies. Like he said, go get the money. They going to get the money. They gonna get it by any means necessary. And me and him became close. He ended up dying, but
Okay.
before he died, you know, he came to me and was like, "Listen, me and you can't keep bumping heads." He said, "Cause I see you just don't give a damn." I was like, "I don't." He was like, "So I'm gonna bring you into my world since this is what you want to do." I said, "That's not what I want to do." I said, "I do it because I don't like the way you do it.
Uh-huh.
So I fucks with your money. That's just what I do. I did it. I ain't. I just was doing shit to do shit to let him know, like, nigga, you ain't doing nothing."
Right. Exactly.
So the
So
girls would actually want to be up under you because you took better care of them.
yeah, and then he would, when he would recruit them new ones in, he would tell them, "Do not talk to baby doll. If I find out you're talking to baby doll, it's gonna be problems."
Mm.
Mm.
So I would see these girls, the new ones, come in, and they would be so terrified sitting over there. Once they found out who I am, now they ain't looking at me. So I said, "Are you getting told not to talk to me?"
Oh yeah, they didn't like you.
Yeah. I'm like, that is bananas. That is ludicrous. And he made a famous one. Her name is Jocelyn Hernandez.
Oh Lord,
Shut up,
no.
girl.
She was one of his girls, and a nutcase. Oh my God.
So you know her. You've met her.
Personally, I know her very well.
Mm.
So she
Very
is
well.
what she is, like she is demonstrated on TV.
Yes, and she came in the game at 16.
Oh.
Oh wow.
She
Oh
was one of
wow.
his girls at 16, and she actually was so in love with him, like cuckoo
Oh,
for Cocoa Puffs
really?
about him.
Mm.
Like she is about all her men, the way
Right,
she
exactly.
was
That's what I
about
was getting ready to
Stevie.
say. Yes.
Right, I was just gonna
Girl,
say. So when did Stevie J come
girl,
into the play? Shout out to Hernandez.
Jocelyn Hernandez.
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn.
Okay.
Yeah, I know her personally.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-mm. So,
Mm.
Yeah.
what would be some nuggets, or what would be something that you would say, or have you even spoken to some of the young ladies that are in the game now? You've been out the game for 10
So,
years.
so before you answer that question, though,
Mhm.
let's talk about how did you get out the game?
Yeah.
And then answer that question.
Um, I was so drugged out from the drugs and the alcohol. I was just so tired of doing drugs every day and drinking out of my mind. I used to go home sometimes so screwed up I didn't even know I used to be home in my own bed. I used to
Wow.
wake up like, where the hell am I?
Mm.
I got tired of feeding my body the drugs and the alcohol, and then it wasn't just the money wasn't the same. The game wasn't the same. So one day I just went to work and I was just like, you know what? This is my last day.
Mm.
So I went home, I washed all my dance clothes, I packed them up in bags, and I wrote $5 and $10 on them. And I went
Mm.
back to the club and I sold them. I sold
Okay.
all my dance
And
clothes.
they probably was really happy to get them
Yeah, they was.
because they was baby dolls.
Okay.
Yeah, they was happy to get them. I sold them, and I ain't never looked back.
So tell me this. In all of that, the whole time you were entertaining and being a stripper, did you
Mhm.
ever experience anything detrimental or trauma? You know, like did any of the men ever try you? Like, just anything real harsh or
You know what? I could knock on wood. I even though, and I was a hothead too. Like I just, I'm afraid of guns, but I always made people think I had one, and I never did. But
okay.
you couldn't tell them that I didn't have one because the way I presented myself and the way I acted, you'd have thought I had a gun. But I don't play with guns.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually afraid of them. But um, I only had one real crazy incident, and that happened to me because I went back to St. Louis and danced again.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Um, and I was going back home, and um, I was bunking in a extended stay. Me and this veteran, but she was from Chicago, and I kept telling her like, this guy keep calling my phone, wants me to come dance for him privately, but I can't catch his voice. So she was like, this the first time I ever heard all money ain't good money. Let that shit go.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I'm like, girl, I'm finna go home. I'm trying to get every little penny I got. I can get to get it back home. I'm trying to have all the money I can go back home. She's like, all right, I'm telling you, baby doll, just let it go. Nah, I ain't listen. And I went, and these apartments, these condos or whatever they were, you had to drive to the back of them,
Uh-huh.
and then once you drive to the back of them, it's their garages, and it was some woods. And when he opened the garage and came out, I was like, I don't know who the hell this is, and it was like a tall, light skinned dude, and he like walked with a limp. So I'm in my head. I had already left the club. This is after the club. I had no business. I should just go lay my ass down. So it's late. It's like maybe 4 or 5 in the morning, and I'm trying to go talking about making some more money. So when he comes out, I don't recognize him. That was my cue to leave then, but I didn't. I was like, what's up? You got my money? He was like, yeah. Well, I said, well, get my bag. I'm finna lock my car up. I'm coming in. So he got my bag. I followed him into this garage. And we went in the garage. As soon as you get in this garage, it's the laundry room right there. That's where it took. He stopped right there and just went bananas, like just grabbing me and trying to have sex with me and pull my clothes off. And at first, I got the street in me was like, I'm acting crazy with him. And I was like, if you don't calm, something clicked. Like, if you don't calm down, this man probably gonna rape and kill you.
Mm. Mm.
Mm.
Mm.
So I calmed down and I was like, listen, daddy, you scaring me. He was like, oh, I don't want to scare you. I just want to make love to you. Blah, 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 acting crazy. So I said, okay, well, you should want me to want to make love to you, right? And he's like, yeah. I said, okay, but you got to calm down. So I made him calm down enough to where I heard him and opened that door, slapped that wall, that garage door came open, and I ran out.
Uh-huh.
When I ran out, the lady who owned these duplex lived in the duplex. And she was like, "Baby, where you coming from?" And I was like, "This guy tried to rape me. I'm coming out of this apartment right here." So she was like, "No, what are you doing coming out of there? He's not even home. He's out of town." So I said, "No, he can't be out of town because I just came out of this place." So she said, "Baby, I own these things. And I know this man is out of town. So if you was
Wow.
in this house, you had no business in this house." I said, "My dance bag in there." She said, "Well, I'm finna open the door and let's go." Well, once the police came, she was like, "I'm gonna open the door and you can get your dance bag." She opened the door, my dance bag was in there. And they tried to find the man.
Oh, so
They
he
could
had
not
left.
find him. They tore that house up
So
looking for
what
the
did he
man.
do? He broke into that house?
He must have broke in there. I don't know.
Oh
I
my
have no,
God.
and they couldn't find, and he was crippled. So he got out of
Wow.
there quick. Like we couldn't find him. The police searched the area looking for him and everything. They could not find him.
Mm,
Wow.
mm,
That was
mm.
about the closest, craziest thing that ever happened to me.
Okay. And the reason why I asked that is because now we're leading up to the question that Mrs. Mink asked you on. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Can you, like in these times now, for the young ladies that's thinking that, oh, I'm going to go strip and make this
Mm-hmm.
money because, like you said, it's no more of really I'm stripping to try to better myself or to pay for college. Now it's like I'm stripping because it's about the money. It's all
Yeah,
about the money.
now you strip because it's a fast. It's cool. It's okay to be a stripper.
So can you drop
Mm.
some jewels on some of these young girls that feel like stripping is the way to be? You know what I'm saying? Like what can you tell these young girls just from you being in the industry for so long? Even to now, even though you're not in it anymore, you still, know things about it. What can you
Hmm.
tell them or what advice can you give them?
I can just tell them, don't fall for the okie doke. Keep your head on the swizzle. And if you ain't gotta do it, don't do it because it ain't even worth it. It's
Okay.
it's it's not even worth it. The money that the clubs are charging you to dance there, it ain't worth it. They charging these girls all types of crazy money. Um, it's not worth it.
Mm, mm.
Just leave it. If you ain't gotta do it, do something else.
Right. Yeah.
Cause it ain't worth it. I know a lot of girls show that it is, and if you're not on that level that they're on,
Then
just
hang it up, huh?
Yeah.
Don't
yeah,
even
And
just stay
try.
out of it.
and when you
Yeah.
say that level, you mean like a top-notch dancer
Yes,
or
if you ain't got your butt done and your titties done and you ain't one of those fancy girls, just don't do it. Just
and
stay out of it.
do a lot of them get their breasts and get those injections, get their butt lifts, the
Hmm.
BBWs or whatever it's called?
Yes.
Okay.
And the crazy thing is, I know a lot of people think Miami is so fast, but when I got in a game in Miami in '95, it was girls from Atlanta that came that showed us about butt shots. The Atlanta
Mm.
girls were doing
I
that.
was getting ready to
Miami
say,
girls,
yeah.
Miami girls had no clue what the hell. We was like, a girl came, her booty was huge. We like, what the hell? She was like, oh, I got butt shots. We was like, butt shots? What is
Yeah.
butt shots?
Yeah. A lot of people think that like Miami and
Mm-mm.
I'll even say well, it used to be California,
Mm-hmm.
and that area. But
Yeah.
wait a minute, we got
Hold on,
another
we got a
caller for you.
caller.
Oh, okay.
Hello, caller, can you hear us? Hello, caller, can you hear me? Caller, are you there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. How are you on this evening?
I'm fine. Can you tell that young lady that's speaking, tell her I admire her for coming on the show, and I hope a lot of our young women are looking at this show tonight. Can you hear
Um,
me?
Yes,
Can you
we
hear
can hear
me?
yes,
you.
yes, I
Okay.
hear you, beautiful.
I pray that there's a lot of young women that are looking at this show so they can
Mm-hmm.
understand that this is no game out here as to what her life was about. And I admire her for even stepping out, wanting to even talk about her life and to explain to these young women what it's all about. But ask her, can she tell me the difference in trafficking and what she was doing?
There's no different. It's all the same. There's no different. It's all the same. It's not right. And especially when the girls don't want to do it and they want to go home, because a lot of them, they were very young and they was taken away from their area. Like, um, when I came back in the game, it was a lot of girls and they weren't from Miami. They were from Atlanta. They was from Detroit. They was from major cities like that, and those babies didn't even want to be there. They wanted to go home. So that definitely was, they definitely was being trafficked. Like,
So,
they was made to work in these clubs against their will.
so did you ever encounter maybe helping one of these young ladies? Did any young lady come to you and be like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be here. You know, have you ever
Yes.
experienced that?
And we called her mom, and her mom sent the police to the club, and they came and got her.
All right now, okay.
hmm
All right now. See, that's what
Yeah.
we saying. Like, you know, a lot of people, a lot of these young girls feel like this is the way to go. This is where, you know, I want to do this. But a lot of them only go by what they've heard or
Or
maybe what
seen.
they done seen on TV. But the
hmm
reality, and once they get in it, then they realize, like, this
This
ain't what
ain't.
I want to do, but it ain't that easy to
hmm
get out, you know?
Yeah, and for all these babies, you know how some young girls now, they want to be grown, so they don't want to
hmm
pay attention to what it is that their parents are saying, or they feel that they too grown to, you know, if they not getting their way or whatever the case may be, and they want to run away. You want to
hmm
run away, and then you get picked up because
hmm
trafficking is all over
Yes,
the
it is.
United States. But
Yeah.
it's more prevalent in other areas, and I know for a fact Atlanta is one of those areas. You know,
Yes.
so but
Because a lot of the girls, I would ask them, like, how did they get in that situation? Because, I'm a mom before anything, and I have two girls. So when I found out their ages, that was one reason why I was making trouble for him, because that's why I say I couldn't beat him, so I had to join him.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I went to the owner and told him, like, you got these babies in this club, I can't be around this. This is some foolishness. And he
Right.
was like, oh, that ain't what they ID say.
And he ain't cared nothing after that, huh? As long as
Nothing.
that ID said
and they
it
was
was
bringing in
okay.
the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Mhm.
like, they ID say they grown, they grown. I said, but
Mm.
I'm telling you, I'm talking to these girls, they're babies. You need to mind your business. So, okay, I need to mind my business. I'm finna mess up some of y'all business.
I know that's right.
I'm finna
Mhm.
mess up some of y'all business. So, yeah, we got a few of them. When it's some that did not want to go, and then it's some that wanted to go. So, those that chose to go, we made sure they went home.
All right
Okay.
now, that's
Okay.
We
what's
made sure
up.
they went home.
That's
Yeah.
But,
what's
like you
up.
say, they don't want to listen to their mom, and they think that's what the life is. But a lot of them girls in Atlanta used to walk the street, like
Yes.
used to
Mm.
Mhm.
walk the tracks.
Mhm.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
they was happy to be inside the club instead of walking the tracks
Trash.
where people can see them.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. So that was one thing that I was gonna say. I was gonna ask. Do some of the women that have been out there, what they call them as hoes,
hmm
out there hoeing, got a pimp or even a madam, because
hmm
there is madam pimps.
Yeah.
So even, those that are out there on the actual streets, do they become dancers? You just kind of alluded to that.
Well, like I said, when I came back in the game in 2005, they got off the street and came into the club.
Okay.
Now, the club is so different, and these new managers and promoters are so greedy, they're not letting the pimps in anymore
Oh,
Okay.
unless
okay.
they pay. And the pimps don't want to pay. They can put their girls back out on the street for free.
Right,
Oh,
So,
exactly.
okay.
Yes, okay.
so, so now, that done changed again.
Mm.
They back out on the streets again.
Oh
They're
my.
not in the club like they used to be. So that has died down.
Mm,
Mm.
mm, mm.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's died down. They back out on the streets, and they're on the internet now.
Yes, we know. Yes, we do
They
know
they on
that.
these little girls are on the internet. TikTok got a a 504 section, and these little girls be talking about how they be with different men, hundreds and thousands of men. Oh, girl,
It's
it's real
sad.
sad.
It's
Ugh.
sad.
You know, and
It's real
these different social media sites need to be bust wide open because it
sad.
is really now it's hurting our babies. You know, a lot
Hmm.
of older women, they're not as into that as it is our younger girls. Our young girls,
Hmm.
and they starting as young as 8 and 9
9
and
years
10
old.
years
Yes,
old.
yes. But you know,
Yeah.
I fought these mothers though, because where's these parents at? Where are these mothers at? That why is your baby somewhere with a phone and a tablet in another room? What are you doing that you can't be watching your kids? But caller, are you
Honey,
still there?
I say and think that too. Like, how do you let your daughters get in those type of situations? I remember I tried to run away. I wasn't going down the street. Had my mama was behind me. How are they letting their kids get that far? Like, you
Yeah,
don't.
it's sad out here. It's sad. Caller, are you still there?
I
Okay,
think she
caller
hung
must have
up.
hung up, but we appreciate you, caller, for calling
We
in
definitely
and
do.
talking to Mrs. Baby Doll on tonight, because we are she dropping some jewels, and I
Yes.
pray that there's a lot of young kids, young girls watching this. But we got another caller.
Call from
Hello, caller, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
How you doing on today?
I'm doing okay.
That's good.
Okay, I have a question for Baby Doll. If I'm a father. My daughter is one to dance and everything. I mean, what kind of advice you know can Baby Doll give me to stop my daughter from wanting to dance?
Did you hear him?
Yes. Oh my God. Um. One thing I know about girls, we love our dad, and just her knowing that you care that much that you don't want her even in that environment, um, should touch her. Like, it should wake her up. Just let her know. Like, tell her the truth about men. Like, tell her what they gonna do. Like, let her know. Like, it's not what she think. It's gonna hurt her heart, and you can love her more.
Yeah.
Just tell her the truth. Just tell her, let her know how men are. Let
Yeah.
her know, like, this is what's gonna happen to you if you go in this club.
Yeah. And I know a lot of times, caller, young ladies may feel, oh, you just saying that because,
You a
you my
You
man.
my
daddy.
dad.
Yeah. You
Mm-hmm.
just saying that. But I hope, because we have different topics on Fridays, and that's what we're trying to do, is get more of our young people involved. And me and my sister are even starting a non-for-profit organization to help young women know, I'm going to say, their place. And when I say their place, not that they got to bow down to nobody, but know their place as a woman so that they'll feel
Mm-hmm.
confident in who they are, what
Let
they
her know she's
represent.
valuable.
Yes, that she's
Um,
valuable. Yes.
yes, that she doesn't have to go out there and do that. Show her body to these men that's not even worthy of seeing her body. Like,
Hmm.
you're more precious than that.
Yes.
Like, you gotta have more respect for yourself. Let
Right.
her know that you love her. That's all I can tell you, is just let her know that you love her and tell her the truth.
Yeah. And you know what?
Let her
And
know she's worthy of more than that.
yes, and we're going to incorporate our sister Baby Doll with us. That can help, because it's more prevalent now that these young women want to strip and show their body and all this stuff.
Hmm.
That's just like, what's that one app, singles only or members only or whatever the case may be. I can't think of it. But that's another app where men, find young women and they be
Hmm.
out there doing every and anything. So most definitely we hope that we can get your baby involved, to
Yes,
help
I'll
her.
talk to her. You
Yeah,
can call me. I'll talk to her.
I know that's right.
Yeah,
See, hey, she can get it from the real. She can get it from the
Yes,
real, and somebody that was on top of the game, not
yes.
somebody was
All
just
that
in it.
glitters ain't glamour, it ain't gold.
That's
It's some
right.
yeah.
things it's some things you don't want to experience.
Mm,
Like it's more crying in that situation than it is smiling.
okay. I can
Yes.
imagine. I
So,
can.
so Carla,
It's
we
I
more.
hope that
appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it.
yes, we hope that you got something out of that, and you can always reach back out to us, and
Definitely.
we will definitely try to help you through the situation with your daughter. But prayerfully, if your daughter is listening, baby, there's way more avenues, and like Baby Doll said, everything that
Hmm.
glitter ain't always gold, and just
Mm-mm.
because you get that fast money and that fast pace, there's a lot of
Yeah,
fast
because the
things
faster you get it, the faster
faster
it
it goes
goes.
and the faster other things happen, and
Yes.
hey,
You
you
may
might
get
not be
yourself
ready
into
for it.
something you can't get out.
Yes.
Yes,
I
Right.
mean,
ma'am.
and
I,
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
it's kind of good hearing it from someone who's been there. So that's a good point. I like what you're saying.
We
Yeah.
definitely
I
appreciate
lost a
you.
lot of friends. Like a lot of girls didn't make it, and they were younger than me, and
Yes.
they didn't make it out of that game. So that's
Mm.
they make it look good on the internet and all that, but it ain't.
It ain't all that glitter is not gold.
Mm-mm, and all money ain't good money.
That's right.
And that's
Absolutely.
definitely not.
And
All money
and
is
like I
not.
said, that's coming from a professional. She
Yeah.
was a professional. And like I stated again, on top of the game. She wasn't just somebody
Hmm.
in the game. She was on top of the game. She was at the
I
top.
was.
Yes.
Yes.
She worked at all of the highest paid strip clubs.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that was one
Yes.
of the reasons why we asked her to come on the show, because there
Right.
is so much going on with our young ladies now. Our young ladies' self-esteem is horrible, but it has to start with self. Tell your daughter that she gotta look in that mirror, and she gotta love that woman in the mirror. She gotta love who God made her to be. That's where it's gotta start, because it's something. And Dad, I'm just saying this to you. Maybe you need to sit your daughter down and see really what's going on with her, to make her wanna even go out here to
That's what I
show
was
her
about to say,
body. You know
Christy.
what
Like,
I'm saying?
Right. Right.
what
And
is
I
her
I have
motivation?
one more
Cause see,
question for
my
you.
motivation,
Nowadays,
what got me in the club,
with
once I got that first taste of the money, I wanted to keep going. Now I want to just take care of my mama. I want to give her everything she never have. Now that was one of my reasons to keep going. Oh, I got to make sure my mama okay. Once my mom got okay, my kids got okay. I got out the game. I
Yeah.
had no more reasons to say why am I there? What am I here for?
So, hold on, we
My,
got another call. But sir, I really, really appreciate you calling in to Why Not Said, and I hope that we did help you some type of way. And like I said, you can always reach back out to us, and
Mhm.
once we get off of this live, and we can kind of talk some more and
Mhm.
see if we can kind of help you through what you're going through. But Dad, I
Mhm.
really believe that you need to sit down and have a dad-daughter talk and see where your daughter's mind is at, and see why is it that she's really trying to go into stripping, because it could be something going on
Yeah.
and she just not
Yeah.
talking
right.
about it.
Yeah, and it could be peer pressure. I
It
mean,
could be.
some of her friends, saying, "Girl, we gonna get this money." You know
Yeah,
how?
let's go get this money because
Yes,
Yes.
and peer pressure is a bear. I'm telling you, peer
Yes,
pressure
it
yes,
ain't
is.
no
it
joke.
is.
It
It
is.
No.
definitely is. It
Uh,
peer pressure is. Ooh.
So we
this
definitely
is what I want.
appreciate you.
This is what I want to know too. As far as now, is there a big difference between now and back then? Because she's all into TikTok and all this shit,
Ooh.
new modern stuff
Definitely.
now.
Social
So
media. You just said it.
Yep, you
Yeah,
just
that's
Social
the
said it.
media is one of
that.
the biggest
Yeah,
ones. Social
this.
media.
Yeah, the social media is the main reason of all of it. Like,
Yeah,
and it's definitely a big difference.
yeah. you know, you have to keep her or get her motivated to be in positive atmospheres, to be around positive people, people that are growing and growing in a positive light instead of that negative light. I'm going to say this, you know, a lot of our children don't know who God is. And that's a lot of what is going on. And this is just my opinion. When it is that you introduce your children to God and have them to start, hey, that confidence in themselves is going to come. That wanting to be somebody great or powerful or, you know, a positive person is going to come. But we as parents are afraid to introduce our children to the Almighty. And if we keep on being afraid of introducing our children to the Almighty, that's why we losing them. We got to snatch them back and start helping them to see that these different miracles or these great things that's happening, it's not just happening just because.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
But you're so welcome. You're so welcome. And like we said, sir, call in or either reach out to us after the show.
And we'll connect you with
We definitely will connect and like we said, we'll help as much as we can.
Yes.
You know, we all have to be helpers one to another.
It takes a village.
It takes a village. It do. You have to watch what village, but it takes a village.
Yes, it does.
We thank you and we appreciate you. We do have another caller coming in, so like I said, you're welcome. Reach back out to us.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm going to subscribe to you guys.
Yes,
right,
every Friday night.
Every
Tune in. Yes. So, yes, we really and we're going to talk, sis, afterwards because you have that life experience of what it is a lot of our young girls are experiencing now. You know, because that glitz and glamour, that's what they want. They want that glitz and that glamour. And they're willing. These babies ain't afraid of nothing, too much of nothing. So they're willing. No, they're willing to do any and everything.
They're definitely not afraid because they traveling at a younger age. Like what? How a 13-year-old get way to New York?
Yeah.
Right.
Where is her mother?
Right.
Exactly.
Or her daddy.
Exactly.
Is she in the strip club?
Okay. I would like to ask that second caller that called in, please call back. We apologize, but please call back. 515-599-1687. And remember, we also have the giveaway going on for the his and her basket and the $25 gift card.
That's right, because if you don't call in, then we're going to ship it right on down there to Baby Doll.
Right on down there to Baby Doll. Yes, ma'am. We are actually calling the caller back to see if they answer.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they don't want to talk now, so it's okay. But we definitely appreciate you calling.
They busy now.
Yeah, they busy. Maybe they'll call back, but if not, it's okay.
I am the unit secretary and transportation supervisor. I'm sorry I missed your call, but if you would leave me a brief message.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
We got the voicemail. But we do appreciate our callers calling in because this is a serious topic. We may be having our moments where we're laughing, because you do have to laugh through some of the serious topics in order to get through it. But we appreciate, our sister Baby Doll coming on here and she's willing to
anytime.
So tell us now, Baby Doll, what is it that you have going on now in your life? After all of that and, you done made it through and, hey, now tell us what you got going on now in your life.
Well, before you, wait a minute, before you get...
I'm 51
Hold on, we got a
young.
caller. Hold on, wait a minute. We're going to let you go.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay. Hello, caller. Are you there? Okay, wait a minute. I got to get it together. Hold on. Hello, caller. Are you there?
Get it together now.
All right, now we getting it together. How you doing on this evening?
Well, how is y'all doing on this good evening?
We are blessed and highly favored, honey. We cannot complain. We have a great topic and a great show going on. We are doing an exclusive interview with our one and only Miss Baby Doll.
Well, hi, Miss Baby Doll. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you, honey?
I am fine and highly favored, as we always do.
All right
Yeah.
now. All right now. So are you actually calling in to talk to Miss Baby Doll, or are you calling in for the
To win
contest?
that
The win
basket.
No, I'm actually calling in to talk to her as
Oh.
into everything that was stated. But I
Okay.
also want to say, what about our young females that's being intimidated by lesbian?
Oh,
Now,
that's
let's
a good
talk
one.
about it because everything is being heightened for us. Everybody want to follow a trend. So, what about our young female adults? Let's turn into being with females
Did you
because
hear the
they feel that's
question?
the end thing.
So
She said,
she said, "What about our young females that are, into lesbianism? And is that even? I mean, is it
Or being
prevalent in?
turned to it. Because now, y'all know back in the day, people was
mm-hmm,
getting killed for that.
Yeah.
For
mm-hmm,
expressing that they had that going on with them. And that was male and female.
mm-hmm.
Nowadays, it's being marketed as if that's the end thing. So a lot of young adults are just putting into that
We can't.
trend
We can't hear.
because they feel that that is the end thing.
Well,
So
yeah,
what about
that's
the
being put
ones
out.
that
That's
just
being put out in
following
our
the
face.
trend and not really experiencing those situations? They're just following the trend to say that they're
Mm-hmm.
doing it.
Yeah. Is that very prevalent? That you've experienced in that lifestyle as a dancer, stripper.
Um, yeah, the lesbianness is in that that plays a part in it as well. Not as much, but it does. Like you will find some girls that um they are into women and not men. But not too many of them are dancers because if you into a woman for real and you don't like men, then you don't want them touching on you either.
Right.
You don't want them seeing your body. So um only the bisexual ones will really dance.
Okay.
Um and back when I came in the game, um I hate to say this. I used to be like against gay. Like, I was so anti-gay. Like, I just thought it was so wrong. Um,
I
until
hate to cut you off. I hate to cut you off. So that's why I said, because back in the day, that was irrelevant. And
yeah.
didn't nobody want anyone to know that that was their flavor. Let me say that. But
Mm-hmm.
now that we're in a day and age that we are in now, they're making it as it's a trend.
Oh yeah, they
So
throwing it in
everybody
our
wants
face
to be
every day. I mean,
involved, and it's not really their cup of tea, but since it's a trend, everybody wants to be involved. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I was saying, like, what's up with that?
that's just like we are easily influenced. That's how we got into slavery. Everybody want to follow the trends.
Exactly.
The
Exactly.
being gay is a trend. Smoking cigars now is a trend. Tatting up your whole body is a trend.
It's a
We,
trend. Everything's being
Yes.
made into a trend.
yeah,
And
everything is a trend now. It's just
And the thing that's really
uh
sad, the
eating
thing
those
that's
edibles, all that, smoking those vapes. Everything is a trend now.
everything, and the sad thing about it is that um a lot of our young people are being turned out from the older people. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just one of those things where you have to get your child. And you have to really talk to your child. You have to know what's on your child's mind. You have to keep your child involved because it's very easy and influential. What is
Influential.
Yeah, that word right there. That you know what I'm saying. You have to know where your children are going, who your children are going around. It's one of those things where that's kind of a hard question to ask answer because what do we really do? We have to be more focused in our kids and what they doing, who they doing it with, who they around, what they watching on social media.
I wanted to ask y'all that my response to it is because when I talk to my daughter about it, I be like, it's so many people that back in our day that wasn't accepted, that then got killed in order to be themselves.
Well, nowadays society almost try to make you feel like you gotta be a part.
Let me finish saying what I'm saying.
Okay.
And there's so many people that got killed for that it's such a lollipop trend that it's not even really acknowledged of the basis behind it.
Well, you know what we had discussed. That is one of our topics that we are going to talk about. There is a lot of topics that we have, especially coming in 2025, that we already know it's going to be a lot of controversy with Why Not Say It. But as a people, we have to stop shying away from these things that are corrupting our children as well as corrupting, our fellow man, period. Because this world is chaotic. And it's because we shy away from topics and things that need to be discussed. So it will be discussed.
Okay.
Yes.
But you need to try to win that basket.
Question, ladies, because I'm there with you, even though I didn't even know that was the topic that you was even gonna bring.
Oh yeah.
We got some more stuff.
Oh yes, we do. We got some topics that's gonna be hot and heavy, and whether it is that you wanna face it, talk about it, hey, it needs to be talked about.
And it do.
It does.
It really do. We need to get back to talking to our children. A lot of parents are so busy, but they're so busy and they're allowing other people to raise their children. And then they're wondering, like, why you doing this? And when you start doing this, well, if you were paying attention and talking more, and I'm not speaking on you, caller. I'm just speaking in general. If they would start paying attention more, then they would recognize the signs of what their kids is doing, or they'll know that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you know your kid or your child, then some of these questions you wouldn't have to answer. Yeah. But a lot of us don't, because we too busy entertaining something else or doing something else. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely right.
So
right.
Yes.
Trust me, I know.
I was gonna ask
a hit dog a holler.
Yes, because I was gonna ask you how much of an impact did that have on your girls? Because you're a girl mom.
Yes, I'm a girl mom. I have 2 daughters, and they came out perfectly great. I'm so proud of my mother for raising them for me.
Okay. So see, you had that village that was standing there behind you to help you. When it was that you weren't.
I had a backbone out of this world. My mother did not play about my girls at all. And when I did try to take them to raise them myself, oh girl, her whole life was gone when they was gone.
Okay.
So I just would take them back to her. Because
so even though, Lord, we got to give props to our big mothers and our fathers, because they play a big part in situations when we was growing up. Now that they're grown up, have it ever been a conversation that they have came to you that you needed to be honest about, and you were?
Yes. Me and my daughters had to have that one-on-one because they felt like I abandoned them. My youngest daughter especially, like me and her always would clash, until we had that conversation, because I used to wonder why. And the crazy part was I should have known, because my mom did me the same way I did my daughter. And I didn't pick up on why she was so evil. Like she just was, the little one was just so evil. Like she just was so mad, so mean, so angry all the time. And I just had to sit down and like ask her, like, what is going on? She was like, because you always kept leaving us. She was like, and then when you took us, you had us in all kind of mess. She was like, so we just wanted you to be normal.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
We just wanted you to be normal. We didn't want to see you on TV. We didn't want to see you in the magazines. We didn't want to see this. We didn't want to see that. We just wanted you normal.
So it did have an impact.
Yeah, because you know what?
Yes.
You know, now that you're talking about it, you know, you at that time you probably didn't think about it in that aspect. You was just thinking
I
about
didn't.
I'm finna take care of my girls, my mama, make sure they all right. You know, but
Mm-hmm.
that's another thing, you know, we have to stop feeling like money is going to take care of or solve everything. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times you'll find that's why kids become rebellious. Because mama or daddy working all the time and never at
never
home to
spending
spend time. And we have to realize that time, we can't get that back.
Right.
And
At
time
all.
is more important than the dollars, or you know what I'm saying? Even though, don't get me wrong, money do make the world go round because we have to pay bills. We have, you know, that's the way we drive. That's the way we do certain things. But it has to be a balance. It has to be a balance in I got kids. I got to spend time with them. I got to teach them. I got to show them. I got to let them experience things. Because a lot of times we do. We start becoming overworked and our kids get neglected. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So do you
Yeah.
think that, and this will be my last question, do you think that the lifestyle that you led had an impact in reference to marriage? Because I know that you stated you was married once before, or you had, you know, dated a lot
Mm-hmm.
before. So do you think that impacted your relationships?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It definitely did. All of my relationships, my marriage, suffered because of it. So yeah, it definitely plays a part. Because you know, men will say that they can handle that, and they really can't.
Right. Yep.
They
Yep.
really can't.
Yeah. I mean,
And
but
then
how
they
can
ask
you?
you,
If
huh?
they would just stop and think about it, how can you? Your
Yeah.
wife is dancing, whether you dancing naked or in a little bit of clothes,
Mhm.
in a club with men all
Mhm.
around who have that capability of reaching out if they want to, grabbing or touching or whatever. So how can you say, hey, I can deal with it? Oh, no, you can't. Don't tell that
No.
lie.
Narcissists
And
won't let
that
them
was
do
one of
that.
my main reasons. If I when I used to get serious with somebody, like I'm not gonna dance, and they be like, "Oh, baby, I can handle you." No, you can't.
Right.
And then I have to show them they can't.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And then they
Yeah.
be like, "You right, I can't." Yeah, I know
Right.
you can't.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
You
Exactly.
can't.
Yeah.
You definitely can't.
But you know, we always come into this time where you know it's almost time for us to go. But we would love for you to share with us what is Baby Doll doing now
Yes.
in this time in her life.
Okay, baby doll is now 51 years young.
Okay, season, baby, season.
Beautiful
Baby,
still.
these bones get stiff now. It's hard to get out the bed. But I'm a grandmother of a 1 year old, and I am expecting my grandson in April.
All
Okay,
right.
So
congratulations.
yes, so
Yes.
I'm a grandmother, and I'm hands on with my grandbabies. And I'm just living life and enjoying life because I wasn't able to do it earlier. So I'm doing it now because I got more life behind me than I got ahead of me. So I got to try to make the best of it.
That's
I
right.
know that's
Absolutely.
right. All
Yes, because
right.
Gotta
we
make the
don't know
best
the
of
day
it.
or the hour.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's right.
Well, caller, we definitely thank you for calling in and asking questions. And I pray that we did answer your questions. And you always the fave because you call in to our show all the
Faithfully.
time. You're very faithful, and we thank you on today. We thank you definitely on today because you are faithful all the time. But is that all? If you don't have any more questions, then we will definitely
No, I don't. No, I don't.
all
Well, we
right,
love
all
you.
right. We
Sending
love
kisses.
you. Yes,
Lady,
definitely.
and I appreciate talking to your guests and enlightening us on real situations. So I
Oh,
appreciate talking to you and being able to question you too. So I love you, ladies. I'll
Love
talk
you
to
too.
thank
Thank
you.
you. All right, y'all. We only got a few more minutes for someone to call in to win this $25 gift card or this his or her basket. If
I
you're
know
not,
y'all better get on
I'm trying
it.
to tell you because if you don't call in, we definitely will be shipping that basket down to Mrs. Baby Doll because she took the time out of her busy schedule, to come into Why Not Say It to drop some jewels on everybody. This was not just for the women, it was also for the men as well because if you were
Yes.
listening, you could get some jewels on how men treat women that is in that entertainment world. So we thank you. Call in 515-599-1687. Let us know you're listening.
Call in.
Yeah.
Call in.
And one
Call
thing
in.
that I can
Call
say
me.
is that
Okay, we got
we
another
got another
caller.
caller.
We got another caller.
Okay.
Call from
Mike.
Hello, caller. How are you?
Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Why not say it? What's up?
Well, how are you on
Hey,
this evening?
good, good. I want to win some prizes.
You want to win the what?
You want to win the prize?
Yes, ma'am. I want to win some prizes.
All right then. Well then, which prize are you trying to win? Are you trying to win the basket or are you trying to win the $25 gift card?
Let's do the $25 gift card.
All right. Well, all you got to do, sir, is name 2 shows from this year, and you will win a $25 gift card.
Oh, that's too easy. That's too easy. That's too easy.
That's too easy.
Okay. Well, if it's easy, baby, you didn't name the shows.
All right. Why not say it? Tighten up your circle.
Okay.
Okay.
And then why not say it? Dead society.
All right now, and you are a winner.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what you do. I don't know if you want to give us your cash app over the air, but you can definitely, once you get off of this, you can reach out to Miss Kiwi or Miss Mink, and we will definitely cash app you your money ASAP.
Absolutely. Hey, listen. Why not say it? Big shout out to y'all. Y'all always putting down the real words and the wise words. Y'all always take care of y'all time and why not say never time out for reality behind it.
All right, now we definitely appreciate you. You keep watching us, and hey, if you come up with a topic that you might want to talk about, let us know. Reach out to us. We want to shout out Fastlane in his absence. He is in Miami. He on vacation, but definitely shout out to us, and we gonna get you. Hey, if you got a topic, we'll get you on here.
Bet, yeah.
All right, now we appreciate you. Reach out to us after the show, baby. We got your money. All right. Thank you for being a caller and a listener. Why Not Say It is definitely in the building, baby. Miss Mink, why not say it?
Yes.
Miss Kiwi, why not say it? And we're going to let our guest, Baby Doll, have the last remarks of anything that she want to say or any, just hey, whatever it is that you might want to say to anybody or the young ladies that's listening, give them a little more jewels before you get out of here.
I just want to thank y'all for having me on tonight. I appreciate it. I enjoyed myself, and I would love to come back if you have me
we gonna
again.
bring you back.
We definitely gonna bring you back. We definitely gonna bring you back
because we're trying to reach our young women. And young men too. So what better way to do it than those that have been there and done that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what, baby doll? I do have one other question, and this is the last one. I was
Okay.
going to ask, like, the time that you was in the entertainment, was there any male strippers?
Actually, yes. When I first got in the game in 93, in my hometown, we had a club called Club Atlanta. The
Okay.
male dancers would have the major front side of the club where they would dance, and they would
Okay.
make a lot of money. Like all the girls would come, like all the women would come to see these guys dance.
Okay.
Like dancing for men back then was a real big thing. Like I knew men dance, but I had never knew that the women dance. It's because
Okay.
the club would have the exotic dancers like in a little small room off to the side. Nobody
Okay.
never knew that they was in there. And
Okay.
I never knew until I started dancing. Like that's where they were. Because I used to wonder, like, well, where the men at when the guys would be on the floor dancing, all the women would be in the club. And I was like, well, where the men at? They would
Okay.
have the men in the little side room with the girls
Okay.
dancing.
Okay.
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 So
Yeah.
if guys dancing is a real big thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a real big thing.
All right
We
now.
got
But
another caller.
This is our last caller for the night.
oh, we got a caller.
Hello, caller. Can you hear us?
Hey,
Hey.
is it still something to win?
Yes, it is. It's a his and her basket. If you would like to win it, all you need to do is tell us two of our shows from last year and name two of the songs from Fast Lane 747, and you got the his and her basket. Come on, you can do it. I'm rooting for you.
I'm half the clock out.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you clock on out because you should know. You should be watching us every Friday night, and you should know what it is.
Yes. But you
Or
know
he
what?
should-
Guess what? I'm gonna do
Or he should
something.
have just called to say hi.
Right, exactly.
But you know what? I'm definitely gonna give you something. You know why? It's gonna be a small little, just a $10 gift card just because you called in and asked about the gift. So if you would like, I got your number. When after the show, I'm gonna call you back. Okay, this is Miss Kiwi. I'm gonna call you back as soon as we get
So
off
we
the
can get
air
your
in about
cash app.
10 minutes, so we can get your cash app, and I'm gonna send you a $10 gift card just because you called back in and
called
asked
in.
about the gift. We definitely appreciate all our callers. Is that okay with you, sir? All right, I'll call you back. Give me 10 minutes, okay? Thank you.
Baby doll, what would you say to these married men that's up in these clubs with the strippers?
I'm in love with a stripper.
I would say go home to your wife.
And tell her to put on a toot-toot or a loot-loot and, baby, let her put on some
Go give
music.
your wife this money and stop playing.
That's right. Absolutely.
All you gotta do is you never know. She might want to put on a show for you.
That's right.
You won't even go home and ask her. You want to come in here and bother me? Go home to your wife.
Yes.
Like go home. I had this one married man, and my perfume I wear is kind of strong. And he would come in and dance me. So one time he came in there, he was like, "Listen, can you go take a shower first and come back?" I said, "What?" He said, "You done got me in trouble. My wife smelled it." Well, yeah, no, I ain't going to take no shower.
You should have never been up in here.
Yeah, you know you need to tell her where you be going, or you need to go get her to do what you want me to do. Dance.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
Like,
see, he
they
was
don't
strong as an onion.
And then,
Okay.
Listen, they don't know. They wives, women be wanting to do these things. Because listen, when the game changed, women that used to come in the club when I first got in the game, you could not come in a gentleman's club without a male escort.
Okay.
Now, you can go into any strip club in America without a man.
Right.
You don't need a man.
Mm-hmm.
these women come in and they look and they take notes.
Right, exactly.
They do. Like they listen. I dated a guy. He had a birthday party. He was like, "Baby, don't get offended, but I'm gonna put a pole in my living room." I said, "Well, put a pole." Them women spent all their time in on that pole.
Yes.
They was in there. Damn near I tore his roof down. Around the pole. I say, listen, go get a pole and put in your house.
That's
so
right.
All the men.
Me and Christy gonna go and gonna learn how to dance too. We gonna learn. But I ain't trying to get in no club. Well, naturally, I ain't either. Because these knees ain't gonna take that neither.
Listen, it's just sexy to have a pole in your house. Put a pole in there.
That's right.
Honey, you gonna keep them home more. Put that pole in there.
We love you. We have enjoyed you, honey. We definitely will have you back.
Yes,
we definitely will have you back.
And I will definitely come back.
All right, now we definitely would love for you to come back, and we're gonna be doing some great things in 2025. So we definitely would love to have you a part of it as well. So, Miss Mimi,
I am
you
so proud of you ladies and your show. I love it.
Oh, we love you too.
Keep up the great work. Y'all doing a good job.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
So nope, I mean, you
and
know,
I'm so mad Fast Track ain't in the building, but tell him I know he got on vacation.
We
having fun.
Right. Well, that's
he
all
might
right.
be listening.
He might be listening, but he definitely will be here the next time you come.
That's
He
right.
definitely will. So
yes,
we appreciate you.
I just want to kiss everybody good night, but also have a marvelous Christmas, because we will not speak to you all or see you all before next Friday, and Christmas is next Wednesday. So have a blessed Christmas. Don't eat too much. Don't make it about the gifts. Make it about the love and the joy of family. Peace,
and
love,
the time.
That's right.
The time you spend with your family, you cannot get time back.
Cannot get it back.
And I'm going to leave on this note. We are not promised the next 5 minutes.
We're not.
We can blink and black can be the last thing we see. So love on your people. Call and check on your people. And have a Merry Christmas. From Why Not Say It. We love y'all.
We
Until
love
next
y'all.
Friday. Yes.
Have a drink.
That's right.
Yes.
Take us on out.
For every road, there's always a destiny. For every move, you got to pay for keys.